Welcome to the Chafing the Dream podcast. I am your host, Kyle Autry, joined as always by my co-host, brother Pat. Pat, how you doing, man?
What it do? I'm doing great. 4-day weekend coming up.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, we got Thanksgiving, happening tomorrow. We're recording this a few days early before the holiday to get this in so it can drop on Monday. And we've got a special guest on the line here tonight. We've got the Angry Dad, Ben. Ben, how you doing, man?
Doing good, man. How you guys doing?
Yeah, doing great. Right before I came up to record the podcast, I was making some corn casserole. We're getting some buffalo chicken dip ready to go.
Nice.
I can literally smell it from up here.
Oh, I love it.
How about you guys? Any big plans? We've been doing any cooking today, preparing?
Well,
go ahead, Ben.
Due to the COVID, and for those who don't know, I just had shoulder surgery done, and today I just actually got my first day clear. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I got this huge, nasty.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah. So today's the first day I was able to. They cleared me to not wear this brace. So for 3 weeks I've been wearing a brace that made me look like a RoboCop, where I can't move my arm. It's only one position when I swing. So I got cleared today, and but no cooking. I can't use anything. Only thing I can do is lift a coffee cup at the most. That's what they told me.
Oh,
they didn't say what size coffee cup, but they just said a coffee cup.
So how long is the rehab on that?
Basically it told me 4 months. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It just depends. The surgery went great. The surgery went well. They didn't see any complications. They had to go in there and do a lot of cleaning out. And, it was a very typical in and out procedure. You know what I'm saying? They just took a long time because the one thing is most people, if you're listening to this podcast and you don't know who I am, I'm 6'5", 300 pounds, and I'm too big.
Yeah.
Too tall, too big. And so you only had a standard size bed, surgery bed. So no one took in count how large I was and how much I was going to overhang on the surgery bed. So they had to get stools and all kinds of things to be able to work on me while I was on the table.
Yeah, I do it the same thing. Like my feet are dangling off the side, my arms are off the side.
Exactly.
Like the anesthesia guy is like, "Oh, you're a big guy." I'm like, "Yeah, well, don't look down my pants."
And here's a funny story about that. Every nurse that I've ever had, that's the first thing they always do. One of them had the audacity to do it right in front of my mom.
Oh, jeez.
My mom was like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I just got to check."
What hospital are you at, man?
Hey,
they just pull back the sheets.
Well, when you see a big dude coming through, they're like, "All right, let me just double check that."
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, yeah, we're looking forward. Yeah, when we first started the podcast, like you were one of the guests that we were like, yeah, we got to get Ben on right away, early on in the podcast. Not only because you have a following with all your other podcasts and everything, but just because we know that you have a cool story, and that's what this podcast is about. It's about weight loss journey. It's about the beginning, the end, the goals. Before we kind of dive into that, just if you guys haven't already, make sure you hit the download button on today's podcast, and then check out Ben over at the Angry Dad podcast. And then Ben, I know you've got a couple other podcasts, and I don't know all the handles off the top of my head, so go ahead and drop that.
Well, it's the Angry Dad podcast. You can find me everywhere, just like you find on this one. I married a Bigfoot. I do it with my wife. We watch cryptids. Like I said, basically, I like Bigfoot. I like aliens. I like ghosts. I like anything crazy like that, and I can't get enough of it on TV. And I subject my wife to watching it, and because I subject her to watching it, she always rolls her eyes and goes, "Really? Really?" But we have funny conversations about them.
Yeah.
And so I thought they were so great and so funny to me that I'm like, why are we not recording this? And so we ended up, I'll find some videos, she finds some videos, and then my mom, go figure, she's as knee deep as I am. And so she, I get text messages all day. "Oh, did you see this? Did you see this?" I'm like, "I see it, Mom." And so we just do all these videos on I Married a Bigfoot, and we've try to establish a good timeline. We try to go every Sunday, but it is what it is when life hits you. And then I also do your dad's action movie podcast. Your dad's action movie podcast. I love action movies. I love mindless violence. I love neck snapping, back cracking, arm breaking. You know, and I want to see someone kick through a window with a front kick cleanly, and that guy flies 10 feet out the window. You know what I'm saying? I want to
Yeah.
see mindless explosions and violence, and it's just me giving a quick synopsis of to watch it or not. It's a yes or no. It's a this is a badass fucking movie, or this is a dud. Don't fucking check it out. But typically I'm always watching the ones I want to watch. So So as my mom asks me this question of what I wanted to do, it was like the weirdest fucking thing, because what ended up happening is I knew what I wanted to do.
Mhm.
I just never ever fucking did it. I literally, like, we all know what we want, but you ever really know what you want to do, but you've never been asked the right way? And I knew exactly what I told her. I want to go to the gym. Literally, that's exactly what I said. I didn't say nothing else, but I want to go to the gym. And she looked at me and was like, then why aren't you? And I was like it was like an epiphany. It was like, why am I not? You know what I'm saying? It's like literally like, why am I not? So, and it was even more funny because when I said that, my sister literally came in later that day. I was like, oh, I got a friend working out works at this gym. She's hooking everybody up right now for hella cheap. If you know, and I was like, did the planets just align? You know what I'm saying? Did this just fucking happen?
Yeah.
And so I was like, all right. I went down to the gym where my sister's friend was working. So give me $100, I'll hook you up. Literally just like that. So I reached in my pocket, gave her $100. He's like, you're set for whatever whatever you want to do. You have the max plan at the cheapest rate. So I was like, it was that simple. But the thing is just because I got it didn't mean I did anything with it. You know what I'm saying? After I got it, my first step was like, in my head, I thought I needed to run. I really thought I needed to run. So I started running after I got that membership. The very next day, I'm like just wearing my work shoes. I didn't have my boots. I had work shoes. You know what I'm saying? At that moment in time. And so I was like, fuck, I'm going to see how far I can go. So I ran like 2 blocks. So each block is probably maybe like 2 blocks, probably maybe the size of a football field. So I literally ran down 1 block, 2 blocks, and then I was gassed out. So I said, fuck it. I'm turning around and go home. I'm fucking huffing and puffing. By the time I hit the second block walking back, I walked the second block home. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting there gassing like, oh, what the fuck was I thinking? And then the next day, what I did was I ran 1 more block. And it just progressively got more. I kept pushing myself. I have a drive that I've always had in my life where I can do anything.
Yep.
And if I knew I could do it, I would do it. I ended up, after that 1 day of starting, I want to say about 2 months, I was running fucking 10 miles. 10 fucking miles. I went from 350 down to fucking almost 320.
Mm-hmm.
All right, running 10 fucking miles. I wasn't going fast. I wasn't going slow. I was moving my feet. And then I would actually have neighbors in the neighborhood, because like where I lived was 14 blocks. And I'd literally run around the whole neighborhood a couple of times to get that 10 miles. And the neighbors were like, hey, and then all of a sudden they started, you're really doing this shit. Like, and then I had like my friends' parents like honking their horns as I'm driving, as I'm running, and they're driving past me. They're like, hey, keep it fucking going, keep it moving. Next thing you know, I'm slimmed up. You know what I'm saying? Because all I did was push myself. I knew I could do it. I knew it hurt. I knew my feet stung. I knew my legs hurt. My fucking thighs were chapped. I fucking, and I'm fucking like hurt, sore, tired, and I just kept running. And then I got to a point where I was like, I'm ready for the gym. And I was going to the gym, and I'm doing what I remember what I used to do when I was in high school. Benching, curling. You know what I'm saying? I'm making some muscle, okay? I'm really fucking and like, just to be able to get me into the gym was the hardest thing. Because once I got into the gym after I fucking dropped a lot of weight, and like I said, all I did was jog. I wasn't like sprinting. I was literally like a fast-paced walk. That's how fast I could run at that time. You know what I'm saying? It was like if I was picking up just walking faster than I could when I could regular walk. Don't be embarrassed to run. Just be out there. Ain't no one fucking judging you. Ain't no one out there fucking telling you or making fun of you. Just fucking start going.
Sure.
And it was like the most brutalest fucking thing, because man, it fucking sucked. It sucked. So I'd be out there in the rain. It did not matter. Every time I got off of work, as soon as I got off of work, I had to go run. It was just my thing at the moment. You know what I'm saying? And then after I thinned out, and like I said, I got down to about 320. I'm looking good, feeling good, pants feeling good, shirts feeling good, but it's time to put on some fucking guns. All right?
Yeah.
It's time to pack on the fucking muscle. It's time to get jacked and juicy as fuck. In my head, I was I was ready. I was like working out, and then all of a sudden I'm like, all right, let me get some supplements. Let me get these things that are gonna help me out. I buy the Walmart brand testosterone booster. I was buying creatine. I was buying fucking branched chain amino acids. I was buying pre-workouts. I was buying what I could afford because I'm broke and I'm poor and I'm barely making it. And so fucking, I'm getting these things. I'm eating. And I don't know nothing about eating. I just know that, like, I remember just eat as much as you can. And I wasn't like gorging myself, but I was like, all right, I'm just gonna eat a lot of fucking chicken. That's all I knew. Rice and chicken. I mean, not even measured out, just rice and chicken. That's all I was fucking eating. That's all I knew to fucking do. All right. And then what ended up happening is I got real lucky. I ended up running into a good friend of he's a good friend of ours, Johnny, his brother Fred. John, Johnny is your boy. So yeah, exactly. And so I used to think I worked out like a beast, bro. I thought I was a fucking monster. And so I'm working out, and this is even too is like I'm passing up the whole thing. We was working out. We used to work out with I used to work out with Pat and Johnny at the gym. We had a friend had his gym.
Yeah, a friend of ours had a gym. We used to call him Master T. He basically had this space rented out that he had a little personal gym in there. They did a little MMA training, and like Ben and I, we never really did any of the fighting, but we definitely did the cardio and the weight stuff like that.
And so me and his brother, or me and Johnny used to work out a lot, and then he's like, you need to meet my brother. I meet his brother, and I'm going to the gym. He starts going to the gym, so I literally go pick him up. We go to the gym, and like I said, I thought I was a beast. I thought I was hard as fuck. I thought I was the fucking man in the gym, all right? Look. When you think you're a badass motherfucker, there's always another badder motherfucker than you.
Always.
All right? Yeah, bad. All right. Now check this the fuck out. I start working out with him and his buddy. I never felt so shitty in my life. No, they're like, no, keep going. Like, I'm sitting here thinking I was doing like badass fucking boss shit. Like, no, these motherfuckers were pushing me, bro. I'm talking about weight on weight. They were like, keep going. That doesn't count because you didn't do it right. And make me do it again. You know what I mean? They basically started squatting me while I was squatting weight because they were making sure I was squatting right. You know what I'm saying? These guys pushed me to the fucking limit. And when they pushed me to the limit, they took me to that next level. When they took me to that next level, I fucking took it like with like this is what I want to do. I want to be a bodybuilder. I want to be a trainer. I want to fucking be jacked as fuck. And because someone with the decency showed me this, because someone fucking trained me in this, and then because they did that, I always passed it on. All right. With all the training that I've done, all the research, all I did was I've just consumed with bodybuilding, consumed with working out, consumed with the need to have the knowledge to make my body better and to never ever go back to what I used to be or what I used to have. I didn't want to feel like that ever again. I didn't want to feel like a fat piece of shit that didn't have anything. You know what I'm saying? Because when I was at my heaviest, and realized I was at my heaviest, I felt worthless. I felt like fucking I didn't exist. I felt like I'm insignificant. I'm not doing anything in this world for anybody. The only thing I'm doing is working. Anybody can pull a fucking plow. All right? That's how I felt. But once I became in shape, once I got in shape, I was a different person. The world seen me, and not just me. They saw everything that I was doing, my accomplishments, my goals, everything that I reached. And with that being said and that being done, I wanted to make sure everyone else did it. So once I reached the peak of where I was at, I took everybody with me. Pat'll let you know. I tell everybody, guess the fuck what? Oh, you want to work out? Show up.
Show up. That was always his motto. If you're serious about working out, and God, I miss this guy living so close to where we used to go to the gym every Saturday, was just show up and prepare to do the work. If you're not prepared to do the work, then don't show up and don't. But if you're going to give me 100%, even if you can't hang with what we're doing, we'll get you to that level. And
exactly.
Like you were saying something earlier about one of the biggest issues is people saying people are going to be looking at me and or like you said, no one cares. Like that's what people don't understand about the gym. there's always going to be some idiot out there, and but the 99% of the people in the gym are there to work out, and they don't give a shit what you're doing.
Yep.
Put your headphones on, put your hoodie up, and put the work in, and that's all that really matters.
Grind it out. Exactly. And let me tell you right now. No, go ahead, brother.
I was gonna say I always went to the gym anyways, but I always had that little bit of me of thinking that when I walk in, they're gonna be thinking, "Look at this fat ass." And Ben's like, "Dude, would you think that all these people started off looking like this when they went to the gym?"
That's it.
Good point.
Exactly. And let me tell you something
100%.
right now. I fucking love to teach this. I love to train this. I just didn't train everybody in the gym. I fucking was like, look, this is how you need to eat. This is how you need to fucking move. I'm like, here's your meal plan. Here's your prep plan. This is what you need to consume. This is what you need to do. Follow this and I'll take you to the promised land. And that's what I love to do. That's what I fell in love with the process of helping those that don't know. Because how I didn't know. And guess what? I had to go through mounds of failure workouts, people teaching me, people pushing me, people taking me to the next level. And that's what it takes. It takes someone to guide everybody. Because like I said, I'm a person who learns with their hands. You can tell me something all you want. Doesn't mean I'm going to understand it. But if you show me the way, guess the fuck what? I can take everyone else the way. Because someone showed me, I can show everybody else. And like I said, I can make you meal plans. I can make you give you workout routines. I can tell you what to do and make you go there. I can take you to that crazy spot in your brain where you can make anything fucking handle. And that's one of the things that I loved about training and getting myself to the point where I'm at. And that's one of those things about my podcast is Pat is the one who got me to start it. He's the one who got me to start the podcast. And I originally started doing the podcast as I'm going to be at 11 and I'm just going to say crazy ass fucking shit that I hate. But then if you listen to those first few episodes, that's exactly what it was. But then somewhere down the line,